Hi everybody, so happy Sunday. I am doing like a follow-up video on one of my other videos where I talked about how I manifested my home, and I did say that I was probably going to do another follow-up video that talks about it a bit more and how you can manifest your own home as well if you're in the process of wanting a home, wanting a house, wanting somewhere different to live and to just enjoy a different living environment, and you will find this video really helpful. So before I start off, just a little bit of a background story. About maybe just over 2 years ago, I was in a really crappy living situation. It was at the start of the pandemic, and like many people, just that the lockdown kind of made us go inward and look at maybe what was working and what wasn't working in our life, and yeah, just that extra time to sit at home and think and reflect. And I just really realized that I absolutely disliked where my life was. It wasn't just about where I was living. I disliked a lot of aspects about my life at that time, and so I faced the truth, faced the reality, and so once I then realized what I didn't want, it also helped me to realize what it is that I wanted. But when I kind of had that awareness about how where I was, how I didn't like it. I took ownership of it. I knew that nobody was holding me in that situation. I actually kind of had like a download on it, and the realization was nobody was holding me prisoner there. I was holding myself there. I was responsible for being in that situation, and so I needed to take responsibility for getting myself out of that situation. It was kind of a hard pill to swallow, but once I owned it, then it kind of gave me the power to know that I could actually do it and I could change things. And so that's how the journey started. And from then until now, I've manifested two other homes in between, so in that space of the last 2 years. And my current home is literally, I kid you not the exact home I had on my vision board, but a really, really close match to something that was on my vision board. And I will show it to you in a minute as well. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit of my background story. Also, this is not I mean, these last three homes are not the first times that I've manifested a whole homes. I've been doing this for years and years, which is obviously probably why when I had that realization that actually I was holding myself prisoner in my situation, because I knew what to do, because I'd done it before. I'd manifested homes before, really good homes before, and I had done it despite any financial situation. So I want to say this as a qualifier while I do this video. It's nothing to do with what you're earning. It's nothing to do with who you know. It's nothing to do with any connections. It's about you knowing your power as a manifester, and knowing that you can have and you can be whatever you want to be, and there is nothing that is impossible to you. So yeah, so that is the background story. So let's get into the steps on what did I do, and you will find that these are the steps you can actually use to manifest anything else in life. But on this video, I'm particularly focusing on a home or on a house if you want to manifest a house. Yeah, so okay, so what steps did I take? The first step for me wasn't necessarily to believe that it was possible, because at the time I was in a situation where it seemed like it was not possible, as in I didn't have good money, or I didn't have, like, my finances were not in order for me to either rent a house or things like that, rent a nicer house or things like that. So my first step was actually to decide what it is that I didn't want. And that can sometimes be such a catalyst, such a powerful magnetic force to like wake you up and make you realize what's possible for you. So I decided that the life I was living was no longer for me. And I remember on that day that I made that decision, I actually recorded a video. I recorded the video of my room, and I say to myself, I want to record this day because things are about to change. And that was the day that I decided that I was no longer available for that kind of life, that kind of living situation. So, and I didn't know that it was possible at the time, and you don't have to know. So believing that it's possible is not does not need to be a first step. You can just decide by deciding and making the commitment of either what you want or what it is you don't want. And sometimes if you do it in reverse, it doesn't matter. If you decide what it is you don't want, actually it means that what you want is the opposite of that. So yeah, so face the reality and don't be afraid, and don't think, okay, I don't want to decide what I don't want because then I'm going to be attracting it. No. By deciding what you don't want, you're actually defining what it is you want. So that was my first step. I decided the things I did not want anymore, the things I do not want to accept, the things I didn't want to live a certain way. I didn't want to live in shared housing. I didn't want to live in cramped accommodation and things like that. So I made the decision that I was going to live a certain way, and that was it. So by deciding that, I then got a little bit deeper. I did a couple of meditations to like get within, close my eyes, get within and decide, what do I want? What is it that I really want? And some of the things were really easy. They were the exact opposite of the things that I didn't want. And some of the other things I had to add them in. So it's like if you're making a dish, sometimes you decide to add some things in. Some things are like the basic, but then you can also add things in. So I started adding other things in that maybe I didn't know. And one of the things that I'm going to be looking on the side, guys, because I've got notes, just because I want to remember everything. But one of the things that I wrote down over the course of that period was a phrase. Now, the way the phrase is written, I had it from Bob Proctor, so I don't take, actually, I think I had it from Joseph Murphy, so I don't take ownership of it. But this is what I wrote down. I said, I give thanks that I now live in my own beautiful home, which is spacious and full of love and light. I am surrounded by beauty and opulence. And so I used to maybe read this script card out, and I had other things that I was confessing on a daily basis. So I used to read this out, I think, probably every morning and every evening, just before I went to bed and just as I woke up in the morning. So that, and then I then found like a home online that I really liked, printed the picture out and put it on a vision board. And this is what it was. It's gonna cover my face for a minute, but yeah, that's the picture that I had on my vision board. It was from competition for winning a home, but in particular that view just stood out to me, and I had that on my vision board. So I used to then do a meditation as well, a visualization nearly every day. And it's I think I will link that visualization below this video, because it's really good, and you can use it for different areas of your life. It's about 25 minutes long, but it touches on different areas of your life. And one of the things that it used to touch on was a home, like your home, your house. And so I used to visualize pretty much this setup, or this part of the home. And I left this picture on my vision board, until now. I just took it off just now to just for the video. But it only dawned on me about a month ago that I had actually nearly manifested the exact home that was on my vision board, which is like absolutely blows my mind. It's not the exact home, but my current home opens like this way. It's got really large glass floor ceiling glass windows, overlooks into a really beautiful large garden with big trees. There's a brown house in the background, exactly as it is in the picture. And yeah, it's just literally, guys, incredible. So that's the first step. Decide either what you want or what it is you don't want anymore, what you don't want to put up with anymore. So make the decision. And step number 2 is take action on what you can. Sometimes you might be led not to take any action, but if you feel led to take some action, then you have to do it. In my case, I felt led to reprogram my mind about knowing that it was possible, because at the time I didn't know, like, you can mentally know something, but within me I didn't believe yet that it was possible, just because of what was going on in my life. So I decided to reprogram my mind by reading out this affirmation morning and night, and then do the visualization every day, nearly every day. I can't remember if I did it every single day for sure. So I decided that those were the actions that at the time, that's what I knew to do, and I did that. And as the months went on, I would then be led to a few other things, maybe fill in a certain application here, maybe look at some houses here, maybe do some research about neighborhoods and things like that, until it went through, until I actually moved into that first home that I manifested from where I was. I always felt led to do something here and something there. And that actually is going to lead me to step number 3, and it's called faith takes action. When you believe something is already happened or it's going to happen, you have to live from that end. And that is, that's how powerful manifestors live. That is what it is to be a powerful master manifester, is to live as if it's already true. And how can you live as if it's already true if it hasn't happened? And a house or a home is a really good example of this. So if you're living in your let's take it steps down. If you're living on the street, how is it that you can live in faith as if you're living in your home when you're actually living on the street and you're homeless? So you don't have to physically, you don't have to pretend like you're on your really nice dining table and you just look like a dog. But in your mind, in your mind's eye, you have to play this movie. You have to start living from that place of feeling like you're in it. And when you have things come to you that reminding you, triggering you, showing you that it's not true, those moments are key, because in those moments you cannot slip backwards and just start doubting yourself. You've made a committed decision. In those moments you have to stay at it. So I'll give you an example. This one time I was making dinner, and when I came in to make dinner, and like the whole kitchen was an absolute mess, and I just, instead of like going into this black hole of complaining about my current situation, I just started like saying, I am so grateful for my beautiful home. I'm so grateful that I have a large beautiful kitchen, that my home is so clean, it's so perfect. I enjoy my time in my home. I enjoy having my family and my guests come to my home. And I just went into like a rampage, and that just like broke that spiral that I was about to go on, and just literally helped me stay in that vibration of knowing that it was possible, it was inevitable, and it was coming. So yeah, so live from there daily. And now you at this point as well, you start taking, you might be led to start taking physical actions. So in my case, I got the download that I needed to start packing my stuff. So I kind of packed majority of my things, like things that I wasn't using on a daily basis, packed them all in boxes and got ready to move. Mind you, by this time I still had no, there was no sign of a breakthrough. I had no leads to anything, but I had my stuff packed and I was ready because I knew it was coming. I by then, from doing the affirmations daily, from doing the visualization every day, I my faith was so strong, and I was like, I had so much surety knowing that this was coming. I was like so sure that it was coming and it was inevitable. I didn't know when, I didn't know how, but I knew it was coming. I knew that it was inevitable. And this is how manifesting works. This is it. There are no secrets to manifesting. It's about holding that awareness of the thing that you want. I can't remember who it is that said, if a thing is held in your mind, whether it's be true or false, if it's held in your mind, in your thoughts, in your feelings for long enough, that thing will eventually outpicture itself in your reality. So these are the steps. And what's the last step that maybe I can say? Celebrate your victory. Don't wait for the home to appear. Don't wait for the breakthrough to come before you start being joyful. So stop bitching and moaning and complaining about where you are. What if where you are is triggering you on a daily basis? And I am talking this from experience. I was, when you're, especially when you're manifesting a home, most people will be living in a situation that's absolutely triggering them, that's annoying them, that they're seeing what they don't like on a daily basis, that they are seeing their bad neighbors on a daily basis, or they all these things that are, they are physical things that you physically cannot move, that they are there. But don't fall into the trap of wanting to complain and bitch about it. Decide that your breakthrough is inevitable, and then you start celebrating it. You start being grateful. You start just deciding. It's a little bit, borders a little bit on delusion, and that's what it takes. That is what it takes. You can read the Bible, you can read any great book on manifesting, you can read any great book on changing reality, and every single person will tell you the same thing. Every single great text about manifesting will tell you the same thing. You have to live in that reality by faith before you can see it. That's the way it is. So, guys, I really want to hear all the stories about you. If this is your year and you've decided that you want to manifest a home, or you want to manifest a house, you want to buy a house, don't listen to what the economy is saying. Don't listen to the recession, the news about the recession or anything. If you've decided that that's what you want, you go for it, and I'm cheering for you. I really intend that this video helped you, and I cannot wait to hear all your stories. If you have already done this and manifested a home, please comment and let us know how was it for you. So thank you so much for tuning in guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.